Hi guys, it's Juliette. Today I will take you with me to one of the offices in the city where I take care of the plants. I need to cross the river. I'm in Long Island City, so in order for me to cross the river I'm going to take a ferry to the 34th Street, and then from there I'm going to walk to the office on 40th Street and Park Avenue. Let's go guys! I'm off the ferry, I'm on Manhattan side, and I just noticed something. In this window in the cafe, I can see my plants. Come, I'll show you guys. The cafe is closed right now, so no one is coming in there to water the plants. And as you can see, this guy is really struggling. He's very dehydrated, the leaves are curling in. So I'm not sure when the cafe will reopen so people can come and water the plants. I really hope this guy can bounce back after someone give it a good drink. But right now it's really struggling. Oh well, sad, but that's the way it is right now. I'm walking by and I see that the corn plant and philodendron is actually taken outside for fresh air, but it's a little too early. It is always best to wait for the temperature to be 69 degrees, steady 69 degrees and above before you take your indoor plants out. Well, these guys are gonna get a little bit of cold bite, but I hope they can make it. The planet is going through its cycle, springtime. Alright guys, I am in the office. It's completely empty. I was trying to get in here last week, but I was not able to get access, so the plants have not been watered for more than 3 weeks, and I'm expecting to see some issues, some plants struggling, and I really hope that after my routine today they will bounce back and look better. We installed the plants here somewhere back in February. It's a newly renovated office and some parts of the office are still under construction. So we're going to add more plants as we go. Alright, so let me show you what I will do here. I have all my tools with me: scissors, soil moisture meter, fluffer, and the watering can. I do not leave home without it. The watering can we usually keep in our accounts because it's a big piece of equipment to carry around. So here we have a Bella Palm plant. This plant loves sun. That's why we placed it on a sunny window. But as you can see, which was expected because it's been 3 weeks, the plant didn't get any water. So you can see some dry stems. I'm just gonna trim them all out, gonna dust it off and give it a good drink and rotate it, because rotating is very important so the plant gets equal light exposure to all sides and avoid the leaf burning. Alright, so let me check the soil and see if I'm right. Yeah, you see it's completely dry. And the only reason this plant is just a little dry is just because the sub-irrigation system retains moisture much longer than the usual pot. That's why the plant actually is not in a really bad shape after 3 weeks without being watered. Love the planters. Alright, so we're gonna check everywhere, make sure it's all dry. Yes, it is. So I can water this guy because that's what it really wants right now. And I'm gonna give it a really good drink. Bella Palm likes to be moist, so it's important not to give it a very long breaks between watering. Oops. And you see here, because it was not rotated for 3 weeks, you see this leaf color is much lighter. That's from the longer sun exposure. So when you rotate the plant more often, that's not going to happen. Alright, let me see the dry parts here. I'm going to use this bag. And I'm just gonna, you can see that I'm just cutting the dry stems as close to the main stem as possible. I'm gonna look between the stems and see, yeah, you see there are a few more dry stems here. I'm just gonna cut those off too. It is important to keep plants clean to avoid any issues. Not bad at all, I have to tell you guys. I was really thinking it's gonna be much worse. I'm very happy the way plants look after such a long break. Let me see if I missed anything. Okay, there's one more here. Let me make sure that I put out the side of the plant towards the light. Alright, almost done. Just a few more here. And the plant looks like new. Alright, this is good. So I'm gonna just use my soft and fluffy tool to get rid of all the dust. And because of some construction is still going on in a part of the office, there is a lot of white dust from the construction. So it's very expected to have a lot of dust on the lid. So it's not a problem. This tool takes care of everything. Let me make sure the soil is wet enough. It should go all the way. You see it's still dry. You see how much this guy needs more water, and I just gave it like a quarter of a gallon. So I'm gonna go back and give this plant more water. I want to make sure that after I test the soil, the moisture level goes up to the wet zone. It should be really wet, because I'm not coming back here for the next 2 weeks. So now I do have access, so it should not be a problem. Let me see if the plant is ready now. Almost. I'm gonna give this guy a break for, oh, is it? There you go, you can see it here. So now, yeah, because it takes a few minutes for the water to go down. So now you see it's going to the wet zone. That's, oh, you see more and more and more. So now we're perfect. All right, so the plant is watered. Yeah, let me turn it back. So this side gets a little sun and the sun can rest. I'm gonna grab my tools. I'll make sure I don't leave any mess around. I'll clean the pot as well. Any dirt on the floor, in the bag. Off I go to the next plant. Alright guys, here I have Pothos plant, and it's sitting on the, where are we at? I think it's the east facing window. It did have some issue with gnuts. You see I put like a yellow sticky tape here to catch few flies. The spring that's when all the bugs are very active, and the new plants, as I told you, we only got these plants here in February. They are very attractive to the gnuts. If they're anywhere in the building, they get it from anywhere to the plants, and they landed here, and I got a call from the client and they told me, I think we're getting some fly issue. I came right back. I put the sticker, the traps, and you can see it's only 2 flies here, and I don't see any of them flying over. So I think we solved the problem. We're going to establish the proper watering routine. We're going to allow the soil to dry well between the watering, so those crazy flies cannot breed and survive in the moist soil. So we're going to keep it dry. Alright, so let me check what's going on with this guy. Yeah, of course, as expected, it's very dry. I do not see a lot of dust here because this conference room has actually had a door closed. That's why there's not a lot of construction dust on this plant. Where's my water thing? Alright, I'm just gonna give this guy a good drink. Also, what I'll do, just to prevent plant from being exposed to the sun too long, in case if there'll be an issue for me to come back, which I don't think so, I'm gonna move this from the window to the floor into the shady part. Alright, see, it looks pretty droopy. But this plant will always bounce back from being droopy. It's a very hardy plant, very strong air purifier. I love this plant. Okay. I'm gonna give it a few minutes, the water to settle. I'll test the water again in a few minutes after I clean and trim the plant, and I will add more water if needed to make sure the plant is well hydrated. I'm cutting the yellow leaves off. Again, expected, it's a new plant, it's going through acclimation period as well as being not watered last week. Ooh, I got stuck wood. But I'm telling you, I am very, very, very pleased. I only have 2 yellow leaves, no burn, no dry leaves, there's no flies. That's important. Yeah, look, that's it. Just 4 leaves in total. That's it. Perfect. This is a great, it's also self-watering, so it helps a lot when you need to go long periods of time between watering the plant if you're traveling, or if you're just too busy, or if you're getting through the same situation we're going right now. Hopefully this will be over soon and we can go back to our regular routine. The plant can have some interaction around them, have some people running around, a typical New York day. Alright, let me double check the water and see if I need to add more water. It's at top moist level. Yeah, let me show you here. Oh, you see this part is completely dry, and here, yeah, it's wet, so I need to add more water here. This guy was kind of on the top moist level, this was wet. It's just not spreading water equally. So I'm gonna add a little more water for this guy. And this guy was a little dehydrated too. Yeah, as I said, I'm going to move it to the floor so the plant will not use water too fast, to give this guy a little more time. Because the brighter the light, faster the plant drinks water. Let's make sure we leave everything clean after our visit, like whenever we're here. And we go to the next green baby. Here is one of my favorite plants, Red Aglaonema. Look at this beautiful leaf color. It lives in the conference room, but you see, as expected, some dry leaves, some wilting leaves. The plant is probably dehydrated, plus, again, it's going through acclimation period. It's been here just a little bit over a month, and the watering routine was not established due to all this virus craziness. So I'm gonna check and see what's going on with the water, which I'm sure, yeah, it definitely needs a drink. And I am going to remove, just simply gonna cut the droopy, yellow, not happy leaves to make sure plant looks fresh and clean and happy. Not much dust on this plant either, because the doors of the conference rooms are closed, so all the construction dust is not getting in here. I'm still gonna dust it off just for the refreshing purpose. Yeah, it's a little bit dusty. I can remove this lid here too. But the plant is very, very happy. The new leaves are growing up. So you can see right here, look, the new leaves are breaking out. Look how pretty. Love this plant. Alright. Plant is clean. The moisture level will not completely dry. It's on 4 and 5, so this plant needs just a little bit of water because it's sitting on a like shady part of the room. That's why there's not a lot of bright light here, so that's why I didn't use all the water comparing to the Balapon that was sitting on a sunny window. So I'm just gonna give this guy a little drink and I'll measure to make sure it was enough. Alright, let me grab my tool. Yeah, perfect. All the way to 9. It's moist. It'll be good to go for the next 2-3 weeks. Let me clean up back to myself. We have about 20 plants in this office, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go and take care of all the plants, give them some dusting off, clean them up, water plants. They need to be watered. Always make sure to keep the office clean. So after I'm done with the routine, I'll catch up with you. My job is done. I'll be happy to report to my client later today that I took care of all the plants. I feel so good knowing that people can come back to the office anytime and the plants will always be here, greeting them looking vibrant, healthy, and perfect. I hope you enjoyed the day with me. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself and take care of your plants.